when you go up to the showmanship table is look at the judge first of all and smile, because that will win you points too. And make sure you're holding your bird correct. So you have one finger on kind of the side of the leg and the other finger holding onto its wing. And then you have your middle finger in between its legs, and then the other two are doing the same as on this side. And then you hold your carpet square just like this, and you hold your bird to the side. And then don't put your things down until the judge tells you to. So if the judge tells me to do it now, and they might not tell you to until a few minutes into show. So if they told me to do it now, I just set it down. Then I would stand the bird up as best as I could while paying attention to the judge still. And she stays by herself sometimes, but it's okay. It would be best if you don't have hands on the bird, but if you have to, you can. Just put like a hand in front of the bird just so it doesn't walk away and it stays in position. And then, like it says on this, always look at the judge and smile at all times. No matter if he is asking the person next to you or he is asking someone a question, just look at the judge, because it's what you have to do, and he'll give you a better score too. Okay, so what you need to know the class of your bird, and she's a bantam Serama. Well, all Seramas are bantams, but so you need to know that. So she is a single comb, clean-legged, and the opposite of your bird would be like if there isn't an opposite for her, but like my Polish over there, I showed her last year. The opposite of her would be in the she would be in the all other combs clean-legged class, because she's in the continental class and she doesn't have. If she was a bantam, then that's what she would be in.
I wonder where the rooster is.
And then you need to know the variety of your bird, and it's a little harder with Seramas because they don't really have a variety, but they're close enough. She's close enough to you. So you need to know the variety of your bird, and then you need to know other recognized varieties in your class. So with her, there'd be like a leghorn in her class, and you need to know the varieties, and other breeds and varieties. But with her, she's not recognized, so I really have to know her well. And then there's white Seramas, so I would have to say that. And then how to hold your bird, I showed you that. And then what you need to do, so like I said in the beginning, put your bird down when the right time when you're showing. And then collect, this isn't when you're showing, but at the fair you need to collect your bird's eggs if they lay them, and just put them on top of the cage or put them somewhere that is safe. And stand up your bird correctly. She's not being very good because I can usually have my hands behind my back. But she's supposed to stand up like this, and then there's in the standard of perfection, they're standing up correctly in the pictures. So just model that with your bird. And what you and your bird will need to do, so you need your show bird, obviously. You need show clothes, which is a white, preferably buttoned up with long sleeves. Mine is not, and it needs to be tucked in. Mine is not. And you need to have black pants and black shoes. And if you have boots, then your pants need to go over them. And then you need a carpet square. Like I forgot mine today, so you need it to show. And then you need clean water for your bird at the fair, and you need some feed, not at all times, because right before show, like probably 10 minutes before show or 20 minutes before, you want to take away the feed so things, if they have to move at the show, you don't want them to do that. And then there's on here large classes, because you will probably need to know that if you are in junior and up, you'll need to know that. And you need to probably know 2 to all of the birds in each class. And I don't know all of them, but I know a few. So that I wrote that in for the large and the bantam. And you need to know all of the classes, even if you don't know the birds in it. Okay, is there any questions?
So do they ask you to pick it up and show like the
Yes.
vent and all that stuff during it?
Yeah, so they ask you, you want to hold it correctly, and to show the wing, it doesn't matter really if their head is facing towards you, as long as you're modeling their wing, so you will kind of pinch the wing not tight, and then have your thumb on top and your forefingers on the bottom, and fan it out and go slowly up and down just to model the wing, how it would work. And then you can switch hands, but the bird will do that sometimes. Or you could just move your hand over so you're crossing. And then to show their vent, which they will ask that, you put your hands on the bird, and you put it up against you, and then you have to find their vent. And then you'll want to find it. This is basically just a health check to make sure they don't have anything wrong with them, any diseases that have to do something with their vent, or if they have lice or mites, they like to crowd around there. And if the judge might like it if you blow on their vent to make it look better, to show how it would be used. And then for showing their keel bone, which is their belly, the bone on their belly, it's harder on her because she's tiny, but you would put your hand up, and then find the tip of the keel, and you can feel a point there, and then there's a little turn where it turns down. That on there, you want to put your finger on there and on the pointy part of the keel. And then never block the judge's hands though, because I got graded down for that before. And so you will want to do that, and then just slide it down. And then if you are the first one on to the judge's left, then you will want to position your bird to its head facing this way or this way, whichever one you're more comfortable with, and you are supposed to follow the first person's lead. So if I like her this way better, but you will have to do it this way sometimes. And she doesn't stay as good that side, but people might like that better because they are left-handed, or that's just more comfortable for them. So as long as you follow the first person's lead on that, then you're good. But if they do it if they position the bird towards them or away, do not follow that. Okay. Any other questions? Kind of went over a lot. No?